Hi, I'm Mike Bogden.
And Craig Neville.
And this is the Island Park Weekly Weather Report for
Wednesday, January the 27th of 2021 and the week thereafter, Mike.
There you go. And it's actually Tuesday right now, and the reason we're doing this on Tuesday is because we got storm blowing in.
Yes, we do.
We do, and it's...
Finally.
Yes, we do, and it looks like it's going to be coming in Tuesday night. And we'll get a little bit of snow tonight. And
yeah, it's going to start tonight. Yep, lightly, maybe an inch.
And then tomorrow, we're going to get more.
Yeah, 1 to 3 inches tomorrow, 1 to 3 inches Wednesday night, 2 to 4 inches on Thursday, another 2 to 4 inches Thursday night, Friday back down to 1 to 3 inches, and then Friday night 1 more to 3 more inches, Saturday another 1 to 4 inches. Saturday night, another 1 to 3 inches. We got a good storm coming, folks.
So apparently it's a game of inches.
It's going to be a game of inches equaling feet.
All right. Now, actually, I think we're going to, on Wednesday night, I think we're going to end up with closer to a foot over that period of time. I think it's going to be...
You think in one day we're going to get 1 foot?
I think over 24 hours we're going to get a foot.
All right, we got $1. I'll put $1 down on that.
All right,
Mike.
yeah.
Okay.
There you go. But we are going to get some decent snow, and it is going to be consistent. It's gonna go for almost a week. So we got some decent time where it should snow regularly. The temperatures are going to be warm enough during the daytime that it's probably going to be wet snow. It's going to be wetter snow, so it's not going to be the real fine stuff.
No, it'll be hevier and wetter.
It'll be heavier and wetter.
Because I see daytime temperatures up in the high 20s, low 30s.
There you go. So it's going to be a little wetter, and then nighttime it's going to get colder at night. It's going to be in the teens, probably.
Teens to the low 20s because of the cloud cover.
There you go. So if it clears up at night, and then obviously we're back to the same rule: single digits if it's clear, double digits if it's not.
I expect that for Monday night or Tuesday night of next week.
But but that's kind of what we're looking at all week. So it's going to be a real consistent week of snow.
Yes.
We don't have any, gully washers going on here. It's not going to be anything that's going to be, 4 feet all at once or 3 feet all at once. But it's just going to be that consistent accumulation, which isn't bad. Now, with this wetter snow, remember that as this stuff builds, we're going to have some issues with avalanches higher up, because the heavy snow sitting on top of that real light sugar snow that's up there is going to cause problems, and the deeper it gets, the more chance of an avalanche. Now, we're sitting right here near Robin's Roost at the South Trailhead to the snowmobile, and so, snowmobilers, beware, be cautious. If you're gonna, make sure you take your transponders. If you're gonna, be going in the backcountry, or you're gonna be, riding in the ravines and stuff, but I would err on the side of caution here a little bit.
Amen.
And don't get too crazy, because we don't want to have to dig you out or wait and find you in the spring.
And it's going to be very tempting to go out and hit it hard, because this snow is going to look very good.
Yeah, it is. But remember, it's not that deep yet either, so there's still going to be some boulders and some trees, some other things that are going to just look like they're part of the landscape, but they'll definitely dent your machine if you run into them. So be cautious with that as well.
Yes.
Make sure that you take when you're snowmobiling, make sure you take your safety equipment. Take some water, take a little bit of food.
Something to build a fire.
Something to build a fire. Yep. Toilet paper. A few things like that. But just make sure you take some stuff with you. Make sure you take your cell phone. And also make sure you tell people where you're going.
Yes.
So be cautious with that. Now, the reason we're here actually is because I'm busy splitting wood.
I was gonna say, what are we doing back here, Mike?
Yeah. Well, last year, a person that's a friend of mine who shall not be named. At his request, he and I salvaged some new logs from a building that collapsed, pancaked last year because of snow load. It was in the process of being built, and it pancaked, and so we ended up with the logs. And we were trying to figure out how to cut them apart, because they got all the screws, the log screws in them and everything. So we finally got a demolition saw, and we finally had the time. So we've been over here chopping them up and getting ready, for firewood for this year. So yes, it is a little late for firewood, but
I was going to give you a bad time about that and say, isn't this something that you're supposed to do in like August, September?
yeah, but we've had so many visitors up here all summer. I didn't have time to do anything. I mean, I got some of my wood done, but this stuff, it was already dry, so I didn't have to worry about splitting it to have it dry. But so anyway, so we're finishing it up now.
At least it's hard work to keep you warm on these cold days.
That's right. And yes, it was really nice yesterday. Today it was freezing. It was really cold this morning. Just single digits.
I saw -2 on my deck at 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I know. We were cutting wood. Anyway, but the other thing to remember is if you are building up here or you're looking to build up here, make sure you figure snow loads into it, because every year somebody comes up from California or somewhere and has something built by a California architect, and then that thing pancakes and they go home with just a bunch of sticks. So
yeah,
so be cautious with that. When you got 20 feet of snow, lots of things smush.
yes.
So be cautious with that. But other than that, coronavirus stuff. Right now, we're at a minimum level as far as the I think we're in yellow right now, so don't have a lot of stuff going on. However, still do your social distancing. Still wipe your hands. Wash your hands before you touch your face.
Hand sanitizer.
If you can't keep your social distancing, then wear a mask. But pick something, but do something to protect yourself. The vaccines are going on, but right now they're doing first responders and people that are really in jeopardy. So it's going to be a while before they're to the general public. So in the meantime, just be cautious, and you'll be fine. But just breathe, don't panic. We'll all get through this together, and someday they'll look back in the rearview mirror, and when they're talking about the 2020s back in 10, 20 years from now on MTV or something, they'll show a picture of a mask and they'll go, oh yeah, I remember that. That was terrible. So this too will pass. Anyway, with that, be cautious, have fun, and have a good time.
Absolutely.
So from Island Park, this is Mike Bogden
and Craig Neville of Robin's Roost.
Wishing you the best. Stay safe, stay warm, and be cheery, because everybody needs to cheer up a little bit, because right now there's too many grumpy people in this world.
Way too many.
And we don't need that. So, and if you can come down to the park, especially be cheery or go home.
I like that.
All right. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye-bye.